What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about something that I'm very excited to show you. This is a new solar generator. It's from a company called Allpowers. It's the S2000 Pro. We're going to plug our RV into it and see if this can replace our old Predator 3500 gas generator. So stay tuned. So Allpowers reached out to us, asked us if we would like to do a review on their solar generator. It's something I've been thinking about for a while. We get into a lot of situations where we don't boondock a lot, but when we do, a lot of times anymore, it seems like there's restrictions on when you can run your generator. So you may have seen our previous video where we have a setup that we can plug our inverter around with an extension cord into the back of the RV and run all of our AC outlets and everything inside the RV with that setup on the inverter. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link to it above to kind of explain that setup. But what this is going to allow us to do, hopefully, is to not have to use that gas generator anymore, especially for the limited amount of boondocking that we do. Be able to plug this in, run everything in the RV other than our really high load appliances like the air conditioner. It may run an air conditioner. I don't know, maybe we'll test that out too. But I'm just really excited to be able to plug into this, get everything up and running inside the RV, recharge it with the solar panel that it comes with. So it comes with a foldable suitcase style solar panel. This is a 200 watt panel. So we're going to get that set up, show you guys how to set this part of it up. But you can see on the actual generator, it has a 30 amp RV outlet. It has the XT60 charge port for your solar. It has the DC button to turn on, AC button, and then you've got USB ports, USB-C, and then 12 volt DC cigarette lighter style outlet up here. So really awesome. It only weighs a little over 20 pounds, so it's not super heavy. Much easier to carry around than the 95 pound Predator 3500 gas generator for sure. That generator was fantastic. We loved it, but it was heavy, it was bulky, and if you don't use it very often, you still have to get it out, start it up, keep the fuel treatment in it, and just make sure that it's ready to go if you ever need to use it. This is going to be excellent if the power goes out in the campground and you just need to plug in to run your stuff while you're waiting for the power to come back on. Excellent for an emergency backup source. It can also be used as a uninterruptible power supply, so you can actually plug this into an AC outlet and then plug your accessories in here, and then if your power goes out, this will kick over and keep everything running for you. So a lot of benefits, but enough about that. Let's plug this thing in and let's see what it's all about. So I've got our power cord here. We're going to plug our RV into it, power this thing on, see what happens. So first thing I'm going to do is plug in our 30 amp to 50 amp adapter. So I will say right off the bat, the first thing I noticed is that if you plug in this style adapter, you can't access the XT60 port. So if you wanted to have your solar panels out and charge this while you were using it, that's not really doable with this adapter. I've actually got a one of the straight 30 to 50 adapters on order with Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description to that, so that'll move our plug out enough to where we can access that XT60 port underneath. Plug in our 50 amp cord. Let's power it on. All right, so right off the bat, you can see with it powered on, battery's at 100%. There's no output right now, nothing being pulled from this. We're going to turn the AC on, and that's going to power up this plug, and then our AC output's up top. So let's turn the AC on. AC's on. You can look here on our cord. You can see that we've got our lights lit up on our cord here, so the power's on. And now this is going to give us an idea of the output. And this is going to give us our runtime. So I like that it gives you an hour meter of the runtime of the unit. So that's really going to be helpful in determining kind of what your usage is. So if you turn this on and you see, like for us right now, it says 3 hours 26 minutes. If I want to extend that, I can go ahead and shut some things down inside. So right now I do not have the charger on that's charging our house batteries on the fifth wheel. Typically I would have our separate 200 watt Renogy solar panel set up that would be dedicated to charging those batteries when the charger is not on. Again, we talk about that setup in that previous video. The big question everybody always wants to know is, will it run an air conditioner? So I'm going to go in, I'm going to turn on one of our air conditioning units. It probably won't run it for long, but let's turn it on and see what the draw goes to. Nope, didn't do it. So what you witnessed right there was what happens when we tried to start our AC. It may work if you had a soft start on your AC compressor. It might crank it and start it, but the draw of that air conditioning unit was too much. It won't run the air conditioner. I didn't intend on running the air conditioner with it, but I was curious if it would start it up. So other than the not having the air conditioner on, we still have everything on inside. We have the refrigerator on. It's running on electricity right now. So I'm going to shut that off. We have actually have our electric water heater on right now. So I'm going to go shut everything off that we would normally shut off when we're running on our solar inverter setup, and see what kind of difference it makes onto our runtime. All right, so now we've shut everything down. I turned the water heater off, the electric water heater, and turned our refrigerator over to propane, which we always do if we're running on the inverter. And as you can see, it's taken our runtime all the way up to 39 to 40 hours, and it's cut our wattage use tremendously. So that's pretty impressive. If you can run this unit for 40 hours, and that's until it's 100% dead. I probably wouldn't run it until it's 100% discharged. It's a lithium battery, so it's not going to get damaged by running it down that far, but it's just going to take longer and be harder to recharge. So I would think at almost 40 hours of runtime, I mean, we should be in good shape. We still have all of our devices inside right now. They're plugged in and charging. We've got a couple laptops plugged in. So, I mean, very impressed at the runtime this will offer if we be a little conservative on what we're using. We don't boondock where we need the air conditioner anyway, so the air conditioner is no factor for us. But having this little small portable unit that we can store anywhere, only weighs 20 pounds. If I have to get it out, you know, if Erica has to get it out, if Dylan could even pick this up and get it out of the RV for us. So very, very nice to have a small compact unit that's going to be able to provide us with some backup power if we were out somewhere where we wanted to boondock, or if we needed it for an emergency to run some stuff if the power at the campground were to go out. Okay, so now I went in, I flipped on our Victron charger to charge up the house batteries. So as you can see, today is not incredibly sunny. So there may be a scenario where if we're boondocking and I'm not getting enough power from our solar panel to keep those house batteries charged, maybe I want to try to boost them up a little bit with this unit. So as you can see, we're pulling about 400 watts now with that charger on. Still going to get 3 hours of runtime. So in an emergency scenario, I'm going to be able to use this to recharge those house batteries. Again, those are lithium house batteries, so we get a tremendous runtime out of those. But being able to put a quick charge on them with this unit, that could be a benefit as well. So if you have a cloudy day and you're not getting a lot of solar and you just need to hit them with extra with that charger, you'll be able to use this unit and do that. So another awesome thing that this unit offers is a Bluetooth app that you can connect to your phone. So first thing you're going to do is come in. You're going to use the DC button is also the Bluetooth button. So you're going to have to turn the DC on for the Bluetooth. You're going to come to Allpowers app. You're going to add a Bluetooth device. It's going to tell you to make sure that your Bluetooth is on. I'm going to go to the next step. It's going to identify your unit. So you're going to choose your unit. And there we go. It's going to show us exactly here what our display on the unit is showing. so you can keep track of your usage. It shows you your wattage output. You can turn the AC and DC on and off from here, so we can tap that and turn our DC off. And we can also tap this, turn our AC off. Alright, so now we're going to move over to the solar panel. We're going to get that solar panel set up. We're going to plug it in and show you guys how that works. The stand's just Velcro, so you just lay it back. Again, a little cumbersome to deal with by yourself, but not terrible. Not extremely adjustable. This is pretty much what you're gonna have. And then you have your leads here. So it also comes, your actual generator will come with this bag full of all of your accessories that you need as well. This is going to be your charging lead, and this is your charging lead to hook it up to a cigarette lighter style adapter, and then this is your AC cord that plugs into the back to charge it from an AC outlet. So there is a model that comes with 2 solar panels that you can hook you can hook those in parallel together to get double the input, charge input into your generator. So hook our leads in here, come up here to our unit, and you can see where you can't really access any of that with that adapter plugged in. So you can see on the display, it's not sunny at all today. It's actually very cloudy. It shows you your wattage input, but it does show that we're charging. It shows we're only getting 12 watts in, which is not much, but out of a 200 watt solar panel. But again, we have almost 0 sun today. So you can also see on the app that the reading I'm getting on the app mirrors what we're seeing here, so you can keep an eye on your charging as well. So if you have this on, you have your solar panels out and you just want to monitor, see how your charging is doing, you can monitor that on the app as well. So very handy, and really a neat setup to have for this. So I said we talk about the AC charging port. So just kind of a standard AC power supply cord. It's going to plug in the back. So there's our AC charging port. You plug it in there and you can plug it into a standard AC outlet and charge it up. This thing was about 78% charged when it arrived, and it only took maybe an hour, if that, to get all the way up to 100%. So it does charge very fast. So overall, I think it's a pretty impressive unit, especially for an emergency backup, having the USB ports, having your 110 outlets up here, and then being able to plug your RV cord in here. I mean, is it going to replace our Predator 3500 generator? Well, I think that depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to run bigger appliances like your air conditioner, high draw appliances, it would probably run a small microwave. If you turn the power down, didn't run on 100%, it would definitely run a small microwave for just a couple minutes. But I think overall, it's not a replacement for that big generator, but I think for our purposes and what we do and the way we boondock and camp, I think this is a much more feasible option for us, especially when you factor in you don't have to worry about keeping gas in it. You don't have to worry about maintenance, keeping the fuel good while it's in storage, getting it out, wrestling with that big thing and starting it up. So I think in our situation, I think this is going to be an awesome backup power supply for us, and it will work fantastic for the boondocking that we like to do, which is number one, where the weather is cooler, don't need the air conditioner, and when we're not trying to run a lot of high draw appliances. But again, that's not what we do when we boondock anyway. We've been used to running pretty much off of our inverter, our 2000 watt inverter plugged into our fifth wheel, so we kind of have our power management down pretty well when we're running just on our inverter. We can do the same thing with this. save our house batteries from getting drained down so quickly, and I think it's going to be an awesome addition. I'm really looking forward to getting somewhere where we can boondock and really put this thing to the test. Got a little bit of sun coming out now, so let's see what we're up to. So you can see as the sun comes out, it does indicate that we're getting better sun now. Still not a lot, but it's a little better than it was. And again, you saw the difference it made when we turned off the water heater and the refrigerator and don't have our charger on to charge our house batteries. Really takes the runtime of this thing really through the roof, and makes it to where if you do have some days when you don't have great sun, you'll be able to get through until you can get some good sun. And again, if you had two of these panels in parallel to go ahead to plug into this, it would get you even more power to get this thing charged up a little quicker. Overall, very impressed. I really appreciate Allpowers reaching out to us and asking us to give our review on this. I mean, I'm not by any means a solar expert. We're not boondocking experts. We're just people that have been full-time in our RV for a little over 4 years, and we kind of know what works for us. And it seems like a lot of the stuff that works for us has worked for other people too, based on what they see from our channel. So if you have technical questions, I'm sure there are a lot more technical people out there than me. I just know what works for us, and I think this is going to work really, really well. All right, guys, that's going to do it. The Allpowers S2000 Pro, awesome setup, highly recommend it. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you guys down the road.